Day 8 was another driving day. Afterwards, I was going to have a rest day and I decided to make it a zero driving day. So I booked in at one of the smaller campsites in Buffalo, Wyoming. On the way there, I was going to pass some sites that I wanted to see, but I was going to take them on the way back, which was Devil's Tower, Mount Rushmore, and Crazy Horse. Also, I was going past the Badlands of Dakota, which was an area that I'd thought about camping in the van, but decided I didn't have time on the way out and have to wait and see if I go there on the way back. So off we go on the South Dakota plains in the general direction of the Badlands, which we're not going to see this time on the way out. And so it's pretty flat here. Time to stop for a break. You can see how open the land is. No trees, plenty of grassland, where the buffalo used to roam. And get back in the van, back on the road. A few gentle hills as we're starting to approach the Badlands and the Black Hills. And it started raining. It started raining harder, much harder. Turned out it was going to be a pretty wet day. Time to stop at the Northeast Wyoming Welcome Center in the rain. And I did go in and take a look around, picked up some brochures for where I might go to. Definitely wanted to go to Devil's Tower on the way back. And then it was time to set off again, in the rain again. And have lunch at a windy rest area. Before setting off one more time towards Buffalo. As I go through the Black Hills, it was raining on and off most of the rest of the day. Then we finally got to our destination at Buffalo, got to the campground, and drove in on the muddy road. They were really helpful at the campground. I'd booked in a cheap site without any facilities, but they upgraded me to one of their sites that had full hookups because they felt the other site was going to be too slippery in the rain. So that was really good of them. And I was going to stay there for 2 nights. They had a lot of good facilities that I wanted, including washing machines for laundry day. Dinner was going to be burgers cooked the same way I cook them at home for years. Mix up some bread with some milk, onions, and minced beef. Add a bit of seasoning to it. In this case it was Montreal steak, it's often what I use. Get the pan out. Pan on the induction cooktop. Pan comes in 2 pieces, makes it more compact to store away. Melt some fake butter. Get the buns ready in the toaster. Got a bit of salad, a bit of ketchup. Cook the burgers. And if I had cheese. Get the drink out. Get everything ready. And then you just put the burger and the lettuce and the ketchup and the bun and eat. Yummy. Day 9, May 31st, was a rest day where I did a bunch of cleaning in the van. There's cleaning materials, got a little vacuum cleaner to clean the floor, got materials to wipe down all the surfaces, and the washing powder to go do the laundry. And that's where the laundry was. It was pretty close to the van. There's the van, it wasn't too far to walk. And I had purchased an RV super bag for my bedding. It's like 2 flat sleeping bags with 2 sheets between them, velcroed in. Very convenient system, very comfortable. If I go on short trips, I just take my sleeping bag. It takes up less space and is quicker. Here's the 2 side by side when they're packed up. There was a short walking trail around the campsite, so while the laundry was being done, I took a stroll. After lunch, I went on a walk. I'd spotted that there seemed to be a nice trail down by the side of the river going into town, so I went along the road. I thought I could get to this walk through the back of a hotel, but it turned out that I could get to the river, but the pathway was blocked there, so I had to go further down the road after asking a nice lady at the hotel who knew where this was. Then went down a side road and finally I found the Riverwalk, which is very pretty, so I went along there for a while. And it turned out that this Riverwalk was actually part of an old railway track. That's about as far as I got, and I turned around and went back to the van. Next up was a game of online Scrabble with my son. As you can see, I'm winning, but I'm not sure who won the game, and sometimes he wins and sometimes I win, so that was a lot of fun. I was filling up the water tank, and that's where the water goes into the van. That's where it comes to the pipe, and that's where the electricity supply is as well, and you can see the water filters there, along with the cable and padlock I've used to lock up the surge protector, because that's a rather expensive piece of equipment. I decided to treat myself to a steak dinner. It's a very nice place, and the food was actually really tasty, so that was great. And then walked back to the van and met a local wildlife resident on the way into the campground, and then went back to the van and turned in for the night.